Hi guys, and welcome to the Rocket League Replays YouTube channel. Today, we want to present a video replay of the match between Twisted Minds and Team Vitality during the Esports World Cup 2024. Don't forget to subscribe and put a like. Enjoy.
Everybody honest. I'm going straight to the net, hard as I can, as fast as I can, with authority, and I'm going to force people to respect me. And I'm going to take that pressure by default off of Zen and Alpha, these two big playmakers. So if you're Twisted Minds, you win that matchup. You start making Alpha and Zen have to do extra work. Maybe you get a little extra room yourself.
Well, on Twisted Minds, who used to be the feature piece, and it feels like the feature piece has moved to Nalpo, but SMW on this roster, in the previous iteration with Venom on it, he was supposed to be that mechanical powerhouse. And what I want to see out of SMW in this series is discipline. That's the main thing I think has hampered him in his own personal journey. And so for the perennial MENA 2 seed, can they punch above their weight class and actually force Vitality to play a man down? Like you said, can you force Radosin off and get those 50 wins against him and put more pressure on Zen and Alpha to get the job done on defense? Twisted Minds trying to start on offense.
And now we're doing an excellent job out of the midfield early, keeping Vitality in their own half, forcing them to have to fight for possession out of their own side. There's Radosin keeping that pressure up, straight on towards net. Gotta take a look. SMW wisely slowing it down. He says, look, there's no pressure. I'm not just gonna punt the ball. Great mental fortitude early on from both teams here.
Good structure from Twisted Minds, for sure. This one gets away from the Vitality rotation. Radosin's ready for it. Twisted Minds decided to give that one up, and no shot really available there for Alpha. Hit on the backside of his car.
Ooh, straight out to the middle, just wide and saved away. Twisted Minds, poking, prodding. Gotta give them credit. You know, maybe people are wondering, does Team Vitality come out here and set the tone? I think right now, Twisted Minds with the edge, but Alpha just straight up wins a 50, and nobody's there for it.
What happened? He end up rushing this. Malpo gets deleted, right? SMW's coming from behind. He saw the demo happening. He tried to come out of net early, and you know, you can't really pick a battle there. You just got to go into war if you're SMW on that play.
Take your best shot. And Alpha, advantage of position, much easier for him to play it. He has nothing to lose.
I mean, you said it, like the structure for Twisted Minds was looking good on offense. And one demo completely negates all of it. I mean, that's Vitality, right? They've faced the highest pressure situations. They've come back in situations where it looked like they were defeated. They've been through it all as a team. The Twisted Minds, they're still developing as a roster. Nalpo's still getting that experience at this level on LAN, and that's a decent shot, but Zen in position, got the touch. Alpha downfield, has a moment, and it's taken away.
Great job, SMW coming back out of the midfield, not making his teammate in the net have to take that 50. If you can get there, take it away. Let the guy that's deep stay deep. You want him to have maximum flexibility. Love the structure from Twisted Minds, continuing to stay strong, even though they find themselves down one at the halfway mark.
Well, Vitality, after seeing what FURIA did to Nkosi Ballers, keep in mind, it's not the same type of matchup at all, but they definitely want to show their teeth being in the same group, and both teams talking about that rivalry that they have with each other. No doubt they'd love to meet each other at the step, but hey, Twisted Minds on home turf would love to play spoiler, and maybe a little bit more. Mawson has been around for a while here and can't get that ball off of Zen, who moves it downfield. You got Headhunter in front with Radosin, and he ends up kicking it out. Alpha playing tight, but still respectable third.
SMW, okay, we're kind of running into the brick wall here for Twisted Minds. So clearly they've got the opportunity and the ability to get out of their own half and at least start some kind of attack, but they're missing that special sauce to finish the job. You know, they don't have enough firepower, it seems like, to break through that Vitality defense. Somebody's got to take this game in their hands and say, look, I'm going to make a play. I'm about to make something happen. I'm going to beat somebody. I'm going to find a pass. It's just a matter of who's it going to be, and Nalpo trying his best to get that engine started.
I think they're hoping Nalpo can be that guy. They add him to the roster, the amount of hype around him, you know, not just in the community, but in his region, the players around him saying that this guy is special. But here's the double tap. You know who else is special? Zen. Easy double tap, 2-0.
Calm, cool, collected. Alpha 54 pulls out one defender, and look at Zen. There's a hole on the backboard. I'm taking it. The rest is all how can I generate the most power on target. Good enough to get it done.
You know, Twisted Minds, like you said, you know, they get to the corners, you get to the box, but there's multiple Vitality defenders in net. They don't feel threatened at all, and now they just make it even worse. They spread the goal distance even further off a kickoff.
Yeah, Twisted Minds went for a cheeky kickoff idea there. They wanted a shallow cheat back to the left side with a deep right fake, or not deep right. They wanted the boost in the deep right, and they were trying to draw it left, punt it right, and exploit a lot of space, but totally backfired. Completely lost the 50 off the start and just gave one up immediately. I like the idea to try and take a chance when you're down 2 with about a minute to play, as this one goes off the bar. Twisted Minds trying to force the issue as they should, but unfortunately tried to give themselves a good look with a decent chunk of time left, backfired. But I like the idea. If you're gonna go for something, 1 minute down 2 felt like a good time to try it on kickoff.
Definitely a learning game for Twisted Minds in, you know, they were able to handle a lot of Vitality counterattacks. A kickoff goal goes in, makes the scoreline look a little worse than the overall match was for them. It really comes down to excellent defense from Vitality and a lack of, really, they weren't even able to get creative. Vitality's defense really shut down any opportunity for creativity. And you're not gonna find much success if you can't find that space. So, like you were saying earlier, it does come down to how do you create that space? How do you start to get creative on offense and start enabling Naupo to be Naupo? He just hasn't been able to get much done. Vitality lock him down, but that's why they're one of the best teams in the world. Yeah, they lock you down on defense. Radosin is winning those 50-50s, and you're not going to get much done. No goal. Vitality shut them out in game 1.
Can't even get the one
Here, but not a far distance to
Not
travel.
at all.
The game plan is there.
It's definitely quick to catch up. And you do have to give a lot of credit to Vitality on that final kickoff. I mean, a lot of kickoff, it's not actually hard to play. It's having the focus to say, okay, what are they actually trying to do? And you can see people, you know, go for that shallow cheat out to the side and say, oh, they're going for something. And it's just a matter of, are you disciplined enough to respond to it? Vitality locked it down with that one.
So for Twisted Minds in game 2, can you build? If you have a foundation, you're able to build some pressure against Vitality, but you need to start starving them out. You gotta start finding maybe a little bit of aggression. Not saying go for the demos. I don't think you should unless the opportunity is available. But make sure you manage your risks well, and maybe you find a pop-off moment there with Naupo.
Tough one. You'd like to see him have a bit more boost in the tank as he tries to push past that midfield line. He had to use a whole lot of it to get something started. Deep pass, still trying to enable it. What can you do with 30? I said you got one and more. You got a little bit more. Can you press the finish button? No one able to find the demo on Alpha. He will sneak through the midfield line, and Twisted Minds elect to let him through and regroup. I love the idea.
Especially because they were a little low on boost, and look what happens. Mawson gets the free goal. Nobody in position to make the save.
Yeah, that's what we talked about earlier. There's the eternal push and pull. Twisted Minds decide to fall back, get set. Bam, hit him with power. Everyone caught hand in the cookie jar for Vitality.
And excuse me, Zen was in position. It's just 104 kilometers per hour. Skipped it a little high for him. He's sitting a little tight, but here they give it right back to him. Vitality always have a response in the tank.
What happened here on this kickoff exactly, okay? Oh, wow, double cheat, and they just completely block off all lanes for that ball to move, and they work a 2v1.
The evolution of kickoffs at the pro level has been insane. Over the past year alone,
they go for it again.
A lot of the talk went to Gentlemates, right? Because Gentlemates tried a different style of aggressive kickoff, but I love that. It was almost like an American football move where you're sending the running back up, fullback goes forward, but SMW finally breaks through, and they take the lead back. They don't let Vitality lock down control of the game so early. A nice double setup for SMW to mid.
You got to give a lot of credit there to Mawson as well on that assist. It's so easy to think, hey, I'm really good. I'm going to try and force this double tap and just bang it off the post and away from your team. He's so focused on, look, I need to get this one across. I need to take it away from the defender. And he doesn't try and squeeze it into that top corner.
The Twisted Minds, much better start after getting shut out in game number 1 and even able to respond. Naupo will get a free touch. looking pretty decent right now on the offense. They're clutching, and SMW gets another one, 2 for him.
Twisted Minds rolling right now. Napo, huge win. And look, he actually completely froze Alpha 54 on the back wall. He was in position to go and attack, but he had no idea how to go hit him.
Another setup for Napo. So, maybe instead of his teammates enabling him, maybe Napo does the first killer approach and just enables SMW and Mawson to find success. It's so far worked out, and Vitality are now forced to respond. Plenty of time and a lot of goals scored in the first 2 minutes.
Oh, Radosin, big 50 plus a bump on Mawson, creating a lot of space here for Zen, and that's that value that Radosin sends. That doesn't show up in the stat sheet, but it pays off huge because he gives his playmaker space. His playmaker makes a play, and Radosin gets all the benefit with the goal.
Everybody commits on Zen. You see Zen in the air with space. One player jumps to cover the quick reset. Next player goes underneath to cover the under reset. Zen's like, cool, dude, I'm gonna sit back. Radosin's
right
over here. No one's looking at him. Oh, man.
That's how you win a world championship. You let your good players play.
Ridiculous stuff. Drops it down. I mean, that's, you know, being a mechanical powerhouse like Zen, who doesn't always flash the mechanics, flashes them when he needs to. He can take over a lobby, but Vitality love having that synergy, love working as a unit.
Oh,
lose the ball there.
It's an ugly miss, but Twisted Minds working hard to try and keep Vitality at arm's distance here. 2 minutes on the clock. A lot of time to keep a team with as much firepower as Vitality has. Oh, but they super overcommit. This should be free. Oh, and a nasty hop with 0 boost. Never mind, Vitality gets thrown a bone.
I didn't think it could get any worse, and then it did. But just for Twisted Minds this time, SMW has the reset, goes underneath, and I don't even think the demo mattered. SMW throws it on the ground. Twisted Minds up by 2.
What a win from SMW. Radosin coming with authority for that 50, and he just slipped right by him, let his teammates get out in front, and again create that lane. Way to be patient on the approach.
On the replay, that demo definitely mattered. That ball was getting saved. And Vitality gave it right back. What's going on?
Is it another kickoff strat?
Gotta watch it again.
What'd they do? What did they do? Something cheeky?
And there is the bot kickoff.
Thing, but they send all 3.
It's the bot kickoff, baby.
the double corner kickoff, pinch it off the ceiling, let the guy committing from the back line say, yeah, I knew where that was going to go the whole time. That is insane.
I think my favorite part is, like, Vitality have, like, the Nexto bot kickoff, and then they have the Seer bot kickoff. We saw the Nexto bot kickoff there. And earlier we saw the Seer bot where we saw Radosin stack on the left side. What happened here? The lead is melted away.
Radosin just floats one through the mid, and a double commit. They called each other off.
Come on, boys.
They both thought the other one was going to take it, and Team Vitality has a Sunday stroll to find an equalizer, but that's okay. Here's where you got to rally yourselves as a team and say, fine, we gave him, it was stupid. Write it off. We've got 90 seconds to play. Let's go play.
That's 2 goals like that in this game, though, where you get multiple players committing for the same ball, and you just simply cannot do that. At this level, you can't be committing like that unless you have the authority on the ball, and they have it.
That's kind of that downside of how fast Mina likes to play, though, right? They're both kind of in position to go and apply the pressure, so they both start, and they both go, wait, hang on, you've got it. And unfortunately, that's where you see that. And this game develops so quickly that no amount of communication is going to stop that. It's just the speed they like to play at.
Well, if you like goals, no shortage of them in this game. Vitality trying to get 3 unanswered. Twisted Minds looking for a way out right now. They have the space, but Vitality are giving it to him. That's a great first touch from Nautpo, getting it over 1. The back layer is good for Vitality, but it's not over. A low bouncer, weak shot. SMW, a powerful touch, but nobody on his team able to follow that up. Vitality break out.
Oh, with a bump, and SMW, quick reaction on the goal line. Zen fakes it out for Radosin, lets the guy with 100 boost come through, and what a challenge from Nautpo. Finding a bump as well and allowing Mawson to get a clear and keep the pressure on Vitality with low time.
Zen not going to get that out into space. SMW sitting underneath. Probably not the touch they were hoping for. Still, Twisted Minds are looking into the future, taking out a man. SFW still there, jumping up in front of the box, tipping it in. They got the lead.
What a play from Twisted Minds. You say you got to stay locked in. They do it. They force them to give up the ball. It doesn't matter. We're not playing the 50 to take it off you. We're going to force you to make a bad touch and just give it away to the guy behind. And Twisted Minds, what a way to convert.
Great discipline. Very easily, many teams, when they had a lead against Vitality and conceded like Twisted Minds have, they don't get the game back. They lose that game. Vitality at 0 seconds. Last cry here in game number 2, but they ain't getting it. And Twisted
off a Vitality comeback. It's not easy to stay on top of that mentally. Now you move into game 3, and as far as I'm concerned, 1-goal game, Twisted Minds is still in the driver's seat.
We didn't catch it, but it looked like Vitality either had a fake kickoff or they just had a perfect pullback on the kickoff back to their teammates. It was handled well by Twisted Minds. See that ball skirt out. All of Twisted Minds move forward quickly. They don't steal the boost though. Zen has the verticality on him. And here comes Zen down the field, beats 1. You're gonna need to do more than that right now. Twisted Minds have confidence in the bank right now. Huge on home turf. You gotta have that establishment. Can we beat Vitality? And they've established, yes, they can. Now, they can try to push that nose a little farther forward, but they had to really desperately make a save. It's still not over. Here's another shot. Saved again right into the defender.
And you see how the pressure that Zen is able to build works both ways. When Zen goes for these flip resets and jumps at the ball, people stop and look at him. And you completely lose track of Radosin because you have to lock in to 50 a guy like Zen. And they don't convert the chance. And Twisted Minds defense had to work real hard there to keep this one at 0.
I mean, to that point, right, multiple players didn't jump at Zen. Multiple players weren't looking at Zen that time. So they were able to defend that. Now, it got a little desperate there in front of the box. Not really how you want to save the ball.
It's never free.
The ball didn't go in, and that's all that matters.
That's all that matters. There is 1 goal on the attack and 1 goal on defense. The defense, keep it out. Attack, get it in.
Ooh, just too far forward. Twisted Minds tried that quick attack on the side. Mawson buying time as Vitality slowly pushed them back towards the box. Great job again from Twisted Minds, handling those 50s well. They're going to pinch it quick downfield, but almost a perfect catch from Zen. Perfect touch regardless. Underneath on the 50, and it's working out. Radosin next up. He's got a floater.
Oh, beauty.
And he gets 1 beat. Vitality is still going to have to work to get this through, and that kill into the corner was huge for Twisted Minds.
But Radosin, he's forcing multiple defenders to manage his 50s. Here's what I'm talking about with him creating so much opportunity. Alpha's just camped in the box because it's the only chance, and now Twisted Minds has to finally spread out. They go to get boost, but Radosin had spot so much time that he's able to go steal a corner, come back, and score a freebie.
I think there was tunnel vision again on Twisted Minds on defense. All 3 players were stacked right in the middle of the box as the ball came across from Radosin. And you saw Naupo 3rd going back, and nobody was really thinking, who's defending there? Everyone's thinking, I want to go for the ball. And that killed Twisted Minds in game 1. It almost killed them in game 2.
Oh, what a demo. Look at him immediately just remove the threat, and now Naupo wins possession. Twisted Minds may say, hey, let's start hitting them a little bit, throw off that timing. And if you're Vitality, you say, okay, maybe start, opening the third eye a little bit, keep your head on a swivel.
Now they'll have to catch up to that one. Probably not the hit Radosin really wanted. Couldn't follow that up well enough. No threat here from Twisted Minds. They're too far back. Naupo had to race back. There wasn't any boost either for them to attack the ball. Nobody in position again. So, some broken plays as they get the clears downfield. And that structure isn't really working out. Nobody's in that clearance lane. And Vitality are easily clearing this off the back wall and handling business right now as time is ticking away.
I love Radosin taking time on the ball. Such a good idea. Wins a good 50. Mawson will take possession, get met as well. Twisted Minds earning possession back. Still trying to get physical on the goal line, and this is a great setup from Twisted Minds and a huge win from Alpha 54. But Twisted Minds absolutely locked tight in the midfield right now.
And structure again from Vitality. You have Zen to cover the up. Then you saw Radosin sitting on the back wall. He was ready to handle anything else, and another clear. It doesn't matter if you get demoed, you got the time. Go get the boost. Naupo too slow there. Vitality able to get back to the ball in time. Mawson drops it down. Little shuffle step pass, just could not get the connection because these layers on Vitality keep on keeping them out. Zen, nice wave dash land, and he got, there's no square on the ball, but it's not over. Missed the ball, and nobody's ready for the shot. Again, achieves. Every time that ball comes down for free on the rebound, cars are turned backwards for Twisted Minds.
Because they're both in the same spot. And if we just spread out a little bit, that should have been a goal-scoring chance. I mean, your teammate had Vitality on skates on defense. It was just a matter of, is anyone in position to put one on frame?
Vitality are daring Twisted Minds to beat them. They might have gotten away in here, though. Now ball off the ceiling, and it's just too heavy of a touch. You don't have the ball security. Vitality always have a way to get in front or get behind the ball. You haven't forced Vitality to actually beat you, and we're double committing in front of the net with time running out. One last try for Mawson, but Zen's right there. There's no threat by Twisted Minds. Vitality take it to being unable to score in that game. Gets to them. They start double committing a little bit more. They start ending up in the same position. But like, you simply can't be in the same position as your teammate against Vitality. You're going to lose 100 out of 100 times.
If you're not getting beat on some type of 50, you're both going to be out of position when you need to score, that's for sure.
Yeah, I don't even feel like Vitality had to work that hard in game number 3. Because when Twisted Minds did get behind the ball, it ends up kicking away from them. Vitality were never at a boost disadvantage. And the few times you saw those counterattacks, again, that last thing that killed them was the positioning. But Twisted Minds, can they fix the easy thing, get on the same page, and force game 5?
I just want to see if Twisted Minds can get back in that driver's seat and say, no, we're not letting up on the gas. We're still going to make it difficult for you. I want to keep that pressure if I'm Twisted Minds. I want to pick up right where I left off and say, great, we had you boxed in. We're going right back to it.
That's a heavy touch. Going to be hard to sink that one. Nothing available, but this is a decent structure and heavy touch from Nalpo. He gets a good 50 off of it, but the speed from Vitality on defense gives them a chance to contest the midfield. SMW, another heavy touch, and those heavy touches slowly but surely push you back over to the blue half.
But the structure for Twisted Minds, they have that deep third. And if Vitality start to recognize, like, hey, if they make a mistouch, we actually have a lot more room than we think we do. Like, we'll see that miss hit and be like, okay, we just need one good 50, and you just have to consistently think, all right, don't smack it after this 50, because they've got that deep third waiting.
Having that deep third waiting, Vitality could see that on a couple of tries and think, okay, fine. Zen's just going to sit downfield. Now you got a 2-on-1 the other way, because they haven't had the ability to control the ball as well. Vitality's so good at just throwing it right back to the midfield and forcing the deep third to make the play. If you're constantly putting that pressure on the deep third, and there's no way for them to clear it out, eventually you might be breaking them down. They're controlling the midfield boost very well. Twisted Minds have to work twice as hard to work half the distance.
But Twisted Minds has still kept that pressure up. Vitality hasn't really had a good offensive chance yet here in game 4. We played 2 minutes, and yeah, they're forcing them back, but I don't care if I get forced back. I care if I get to play on the attack. And Twisted Minds doing a great job preventing Vitality from starting much. Here's your first chance. Radosin, can you open a door?
And as long as your deep third has 100, there's always a chance to keep that pressure going. And they force Vitality out through a demo, but Zen gets a nice controlling touch. Look, they're scared of him, and now they're getting deleted. Trying to get behind him. It's a demo derby. He's trying to take everybody out. Radosin, I think he got demoed there. Cleared downfield by Twisted Minds. It's still no threat on net.
You can see things start to get a little dicey there. Zen picks up the ball in the midfield, and they say, okay, go hit him this way. And Twisted Minds having to adjust on the fly, do a great job, honestly, but you can see how it's automatically neutralized positioning a little bit. Now we're fighting at the midfield line instead of the Vitality net, right?
I mean, that play, I'm really wondering, because SMW pre-jumped, Napo had control of the ball, and then Napo went for the solo play. Does SMW, it's like, oh wait, that angle's covered. And I don't feel like that's the way through this Vitality defense, but yeah, there you go. Zen just rockets it right into the net. Twisted Minds could not get control of this ball, all set up by Radosin.
I love Radosin. he just wanted the flip reset just so he could do something.
He got the butt touch.
Yeah, you can get anything you want. But if you get the flip reset, the defense will say, hang on, did he get it? And it allows Zen just to sneak forward and just absolutely crush a race to the ball.
Zen brings it down. See, Twisted Minds have to respect Alpha, too far off the ball. Alpha doing what he can to bring the ball down. He's got a free lane to SMW, wins it to Mawson. Mawson chasing it, gets over another and turned off on the rebound.
Bang.
Vitality get the set up, still a top shelf, could not nail it, barely saved.
What a save from Alpha 54. Sometimes it's 1v1 in the net, and he made a big one there in a difficult spot. Vitality fighting to keep their 1-goal advantage, and now we're gonna get that Twisted Minds press. Can you stay disciplined enough to stay out of each other's way?
Can't all be looking at the same area. Mawson wanted to set it up, but his wingman got deleted. Alpha, the 50, actually works out for Twisted Minds. Nalpo around the corner. That back wall, so tough to break through. Here's a decent shot. Zen didn't have any boost. Wasn't tough enough for him to handle.
Whoa.
Now Nalpo, another touch, gets over another, but no rebound available still. This is good for Twisted Minds. Not quite over, but everyone's got nothing in the tank.
But it works. They completely fake out like they're gonna play the ball, and Vitality overplays their hand. Twisted Minds stole both corners, but they actually don't get to advance off of it. Vitality works out of a jam. Twisted Minds thought for sure they would have something.
Well, they were able to get the ball downfield. They need to get Zen off this ball. That's exactly the challenge they need. Now Alpha has to make a controlling touch. He can't. Up high on the board. Can they find the rebounds?
Deep
no.
third.
The backboard closed. Here's he up high, off the ceiling. Now Bo, no touch, and there's all of Vitality ready to handle it. Mawson needs to keep it high, and that'll be Radosin's ball, but the 50 stays up towards the ceiling. Zen downfield, not where Twisted Minds want to be, and that ball touches the ground. Vitality, too solid on defense. Radosin pops off.